or trade order within Kampala, capital city? That's a big question that remains unanswered. But there is also another big question that lingers on after the election. The dust is yet to settle from the recently held presidential, let's call them general elections, that brought bitter-sweet aftertaste to quite a number of people. What is remarkable is the fall of the people you would call the big political titans. In Parliament, there was a huge attrition rate, and there were quite a number of shockers, seeing some of the most impeccable politicians, most outspoken politicians being trounced in ways that remain questionable. But what is really fundamental is whether the attrition rate means anything to parliamentary politics. Joining me this morning is Honourable Atkins Katushabe, Member of Parliament from Kasese, right?
Bukonzo County West.
Bukonzo County West. Kasese, among the MPs who were kicked out in the recent elections. A very good morning.
Very good morning, Salman. Good to be here.
Well, your loss was shrouded in quite a lot of controversy. We waited with bated breath to know what was coming from Kasese, only to hear later that Chionga had trounced you. Did you lose?
Oh, no, I didn't. Good morning, listeners and fellow citizens and our citizens of the world. It's an opportunity for me to be here after, after some good special time. To your question, Mr. Simon, I didn't lose at all. I didn't lose to Chionga. As a matter of fact, you understand that we had the election on January 15, 2026. And you understand that polls closed at 4. Chionga was not announced on Thursday. Chionga was not announced on Friday either. And even Saturday morning, Chionga was not announced for one simple reason. Chionga did not win. The only thing that really happened, and I'm shocked that the media did not pick that, is that Chionga was voted multiple times by non-registered military servicemen and servicewomen. And when that happened, I had to call the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. I imagine that he could be listening in or watching. And I also called 2 commissioners who are really pretty close to me, and also some senior top military officers to say I think it was not good for this country to bastardize or, tore down a democratic process.
But there was every indicator that the opposition had lost grip of Kasese, was it?
No. I think there was kind of media creation or something that was amplified by the NRM community to prepare the nation for what they're trying to, cook. As a matter of fact, I made a lot of progress, as far as ensuring that Chionga is now announced, and the rightful winner, myself, was announced. And just like I've mentioned, Chionga was not announced or declared on Thursday and Friday, and even Saturday in the morning. It was only declared at gunpoint on Saturday afternoon when a local arrangement was made by Kabyangar, Bahimba, Walesimbi, who happens to be a RDC, very notorious human being, and also the DSOR. The thing is, for a fact, that Kasese is not going to have a people's representative. None of the 6 qualified to be in the 12th Parliament. As a matter of fact,
If I could come in here,
yes, sir.
could it be that perhaps you're just being a sore loser?
No, sir.
What do your tallies speak to? I mean, how many did you garner against Kionga?
Sir, it's crystal clear that I defeated Kionga with a vote difference of 18,538. It's crystal clear. And that's the reason why an arrangement was made right from Kampala, trickled down to the community at the Tully Center. But it occurred to everybody that even the other 5 of the yellow, the NRM, had not won. They had come through the same process. The rigging that was facilitated by multiple voting by the military and who were not registered on the voters roll. So they had, I think they struggled to make a severely painful decision. Are we going to announce, declare Atkins Katsari as the winner with 18,538 vote difference against Kionga, and then allow Atkins Katsari to return to Parliament with the other 5, but understand that the other 5 had not also made it? Actually, I think before we started this talk show, I did indicate to you that Kasese, unfortunately, is not going to have a people's representative. The people, the 6 NRM candidates, were voted by the military. So they disqualified to be people's representatives. As a matter of fact, in the 12th Parliament, we're going to have 16 Army representatives. In other words, you got 10 Army representatives, and you're going to have elected by the Army Council, and then you're going to have the 6 Army representatives that originally come from Kasese. So we get our people's representative.
Oh, okay, you counted among some of the impeccable legislators who were kicked out. Do you imagine there was a bit of choreography to ensure that some of the faces that were giving headaches in Parliament are evicted?
I don't want to believe that, because I don't want to really believe that, and I don't want to really buy into that. But I've heard it a little before, and it was in the community. There are 2 young men, Oniz Masareka Kabulu, I think he's the director of the Parliamentary Commission, and then also another gentleman called Fred Basinge, I think he's the personal assistant to the clerk to Parliament. They happen to have some biological relationship with Kionga, and they got to the community and said the leadership of Parliament did not want Katsebe to return to Parliament. That was not true, and as a matter of fact, the clerk to Parliament is a personal friend. The Speaker of Parliament is my sister-in-law, so I didn't buy into that. I never even bothered to call them, first of all. I know that it would even jeopardize their positions at Parliament, so I ignored it. So the point is, Kionga's camp continued using people like General Saleh, the president.
These are accusations that cannot be substantiated. We cannot really drag it to people's names, people who cannot come out to defend themselves.
That's the reason, but that was not true at all. You don't expect General Saleh, who's a personal friend, by the way, he's my personal friend, they use Mama of the Nation.
Honorable Atkins.
Yes, sir.
What is really key here is the rate of attrition and the eviction of some of the big names in Parliament.
Yes, sir.
Does it speak to anything?
Well, I think maybe if I can look at it as a thinker, a philosopher, and a scholar, in this case, or somebody that has been in a PhD class of political science, I think we narrow, and it's extremely unfortunate that we narrow the concept of elections or democracy, and we tend to look at, just you're talking about attrition or something like that, the turnover, or how many people make it or don't really make it. But I think an election is not a product. An election is a process.